Hi and welcome to Vicky's Precious Petals. So today we're going to cut this little Keiki off just here and repot it. Okay, so I'm about to cut the Keiki off down here somewhere. Now to stop that from rotting, I might actually make it a little bit shorter. And I've got some cinnamon powder here. And I'm just going to put a little dab on there. It just stops it from rotting off. I am going to cut this back further. I'm just going to move this out of the road for a moment while I do this. That'll do. Did you record all of that? Because it's got to be... Alright, what I've done here is I've just tipped, this is peat moss, into a little bit of, it's a little mix, bit of a mix of garden mix and a bit of orchid mix just in there. I need to add a little bit of water because it's a bit dry. Okay, so I've added a bit of moisture in that, so you can see that this is really fine because this is only a little plant. It's not a great big thing with big heavy roots on it. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here and just see how my plant fits. Just add a little bit more. Pack him in. I've got a root hanging out here already. Pop straight out the side. Okay, right out. I'm just going to give this a little drink. That. And I'm just going to go and find a tag so I can put a date on it, or write on the container, one or the other. I've got tags somewhere. And give the plant a bit of a clean. Okay, I've put this little fella up, so he's all right to go. I've put a date on it. I date all my things, so then that way you know how long things take to work, and you know, if you've got a problem, it'll even, you know, if it's taken too long, you've done something wrong. So now we've got this little fella here, which is, as you can see, this is really dehydrated because it's been trying to do all of these too many jobs, which is my fault. I should have done this ages ago. I've just taken all these little clips off. So you can see just here I've got another little Keiki started, so I'm going to leave that part. And just around here, there's another one coming just under here that I can see. So what I'm going to do, where's me bit of just tip the cinnamon powder everywhere. Where do I cut this off? I'll cut it off here, I'm thinking. And I'll go over here. So I'm going to let that go. I'll cut that there. So now I've lost my little brush. This is just cinnamon powder, ground cinnamon powder. Apparently it's meant to stop infections. I don't know, but I'm doing it. So now I need to pull this little baby out, and I'm going to put it in something bigger so these leaves will be off the ground. Get rid of that. Right, this tells me, so when this, I've bought this at Bunnings, okay, so when this has been repotted, they haven't cleaned this out. This is just pulled out. Now I've had this for ages. This is just pulled out like it's in a pot. Can you see that? So it hasn't been potted up properly. Okay, so now get rid of all of this stuff. I've got to clean all of this off. Oh, this poor baby. No wonder it wasn't doing the right thing and it was starving. It's going to have all these no good roots inside here. And so at some stage it's had another stake in there and it's been cut off. Probably when they've potted it up. So you couldn't be bothered doing this. Oh my God. I think I've just come to the rescue in time on this thing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now Bunnings wouldn't have potted this up. They brought this in. You know, you wouldn't know this. So I'm not having a go at Bunnings, but just so you know, I didn't do it. Okay, so now I need to go through and cut all this yuck off. Get rid of all of this dead root mass, which is going to take me a little while. So I'll keep cutting away. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to end up with to put in the damn ground here. Not much. I'll be back. I'm just going to show this before I chop them all off. This little fine thing here, oh God, there goes the garbage bin, is actually the root. This stuff that's around the outside of it is just its protector. Okay, that's the root there, the little hairy bit. Oh, it's not hairy, it's the little bit that looks like thick fishing wire. Let's call it. Okay. Alright. I've cut a fair bit of it off. I'm just leaving that to give, maybe I'm hoping it's alright. And what I have here, I've given this a wash. I need to give it a wipe. This is called Keikiroot. Now, I buy these things out of FLORA laboratories, which are on eBay. Okay, and so I'm going to put some of this on the root. I've been using their stuff for years. I'll explain more at another stage. I can see a little root starting there, and if I spin it around, I think I've seen one on the other side as well. I can see a little root coming in there. So we don't want wet leaves. And I have cut a leaf off as well. I'm thinking I should cut that Keiki off. It's gone. Puts a lot of stress on the plant. So you don't need very much of this. Hence why they're in these tiny little tubes. I'm just going to spread a bit of this around in here and on that new root. I should have probably cut some of these other old roots back a bit more. Okay, hopefully that helps it get going. I'll explain more about these later. I'll just make a video on that. So we need to, what I have in here is some Osmocote orchid mix. I like my Osmocote products. And I've just added a bit of peat moss because the roots are going to be fine when they start. And if you've got great big pieces of bark in there, it's really hard for them to get out. Right. So hoping Right, so hopefully that should help this little baby along. Thumbs up if you like what I'm teaching, and there's another video coming up shortly, Chain of Hearts. See you on the other channel. Bye.